episode 16 here for you. As you can tell by the board behind me, those of you listening, I installed a board that says in the hall what episode it is and when the show is. Mun plus Fry, because I didn't have room for the rest. Grateful to be here with y'all. Having a solid Monday so far. It's a rainy one here down in Florida. We will not have any issues this week or ever with the mic falling onto my lap like it did last week. I just went to Home Depot and nailed the mic to the desk. You know, I got a piece of wood and at Home Depot and just nailed it in. Ruined the table, but, you know, I'm not playing with the universe anymore. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm solving most of my, studio issues with a hammer and a nail. And so far, so good. Okay, I have I will never see my security deposit again, and I've made peace with that. I go, you know what? Anything that needs a nail, it's going to get a nail. Okay? Boom. You want to hang a mirror? Let's put a nail through it. I'm waiting for one of the keys to pop off my laptop so I could just nail it. You know, if the T key popped off my MacBook right now, I would nail it right through it. I got Apple Care, all right? Let's see if they've had that issue before. Yeah, what happened to your laptop? I nailed the key back into place. Well, sir, you could have. No. This is 2020. We're past tweaking and troubleshooting. Okay, we're going straight for the hammer. That's how I'm feeling. I'm not playing with the universe anymore. All right, I was thinking, maybe this year is just a throwaway year. But then I go, dude, what the fuck does that even mean? You don't even know how long you're going to be here on Earth. So I'm using the 2020, to get into shape. Been working out. Been going to my buddy Chips. You guys know him from my earlier episode. He's got the Mexicans. They always got to have like a punching bag in their front yard, bench press. So I've been hanging out with him. Calls it Chips Globo Gym. So we've been over there. I've been hitting the bag every morning. I asked his neighbor the other night. I go, hey man, I know you work from home. I go, does it annoy you when we hit the bag in the morning? Because it is kind of loud. He goes, nah, I don't hear it. And I go, I shouldn't have said anything, It was like one of those times where you were just like, I was like, dude, I know my jab snaps. You got to hear the bag. You have to. He's like, nah, I don't hear anything. Those weak-ass punches. I was like, where's his office? Which window? We're going to set the bag up out front. Be like, now do you hear me? Now do you hear that left hook? Yeah. So I've been boxing, man. 2020, the year to get into shape. The year to start a business. I started a podcast, which I'm sure most people did. This mic I'm using right now was sold out for months. I'm like, God, everyone and their brother is doing a podcast. So yeah, man, start a business. Now's the time. If you ain't got shit to lose, start a business, get into shape, telling you. I got to cut out late night snacking though, dude. That, for some reason, dude, at like about 9-10 p.m., the chocolate in my house is like, yo, what are you doing over there on the couch, man? I'm right over here. I'm in the freezer and the pantry. Yeah. I was like going Shark Tank with the fridge lock. It's like an electronic keypad for your fridge. And after 10 p.m., it just says, last call. And then it goes, just like completely seals your fridge shut. And when you try to enter in the code, it goes fatty, 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 fatty. Yeah, wakes up your entire house. Fat fuck in the kitchen. Fat fuck in the kitchen. It's just, we need some kind of alarm. Try to just drink water before bed, but damn, dude, sometimes you gotta, if you can't go to bed, why do you want to eat at night? Just always creeps in. Anyway, man. Yeah, I can't believe it's October 17th, dude. I mean, we got a few months left. And I always liked October because it was, growing up in Virginia, it's got that cool, the air, the leaves change colors. Not down here. It's summer year round. Then we got winter for a month. And then, back to the pool. But yeah, man, October was always a good time. I don't like Halloween. You guys already know how I feel about that. Uh, but yeah, dude, I remember we had the ladder, wooden ladder, like a 12-footer. We just rake a big pile of leaves, dude, and just, front flip off of it. Act like a WWE wrestler. You played the video games. Hit your elbow twice. Jump off. He's on the ropes. Jump right down into the pile of leaves, dude, with a big smile on your face. That was before you knew that the world was ran by pedophiles, And that was before, you realized 9/11 was an inside job. I'm just saying it was nice to be a kid just because you were hidden from the horrors of the world. You're like, hey, Christmas is around the corner. Just going to rake some leaves, jump into it. I'll go to my buddy Justin's house around the corner. I don't know where he's at now. Can't find him on social media. Sometimes you got to just check up on people, see where they're at. But yeah, I'll go to my friend Justin's house. His older brother Damien was there. He was always playing the guitar in the garage with his band. I thought that kid was the coolest. As a kid, dude, when you're like 8 years old, someone who's 16 is like, they might as well be 40 to you. You know what I mean? You look at him as like, oh, they got their shit figured out. I remember we all went downstairs and he had his girlfriend in his room. And I'm like, everyone's like, there's a girl in his room. He has a girl in his room. Everyone thought that was so crazy. At like 8. And, yeah, dude, their mom would just chain smoke cigarettes. So the entire house, just had that cigarette smell. And just now when I walk into a home that smells like complete cigarette smoke, I feel like a sense of comfort. People say smells bring them back to places, memories, where they were, who they were with. Every time I smell heavy cigarette smoke, it can't just be one cigarette. It can't be like some guy on the corner smoking a cig. Then I'm like, it smells nasty. But if your entire house is just caked with ash and just deep, like I need years of cigarette smoke built up before I go in there. I need to just know that there's a possibility that today is going to be filled with playing with Tech Decks and Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation 1. Okay, that's what I think of when I smell heavy years. I need to smell thousands of dollars wasted on cigarettes for me to be at peace. I might do that. I just might light cigarettes in the studio, not smoke them, because that's disgusting. But I might just cake this room in the smell of it. Just provides me joy. Some things do. Some things are unexplained. Why do I like walking down the aisles in, Walmart or, grocery stores, and they have like all the markers and the paint and like a fresh Sharpie? Maybe it's just colorful. I don't know. Maybe I have some form of autism and I'm on the spectrum and that's my thing. Some people like planes and trains. Maybe I like fucking crayons. I don't know what to tell you. I like how they have the Crayola pack now. It says multicultural. Like growing up, it had skin tone was the Crayola crayons. That was for like the different shades of people, because when you open a crayon pack, it's really not conclusive to the white culture. There's no Caucasian crayon. There's no tan crayon. It goes brown and black. That's where the minorities had the advantage, was coloring time. Okay? White people, we drew everyone like the Simpsons. We're like, well, I guess yellow is the closest color. Black people had, if you were like Nigerian, you could use, if you were really dark, you could use the black crayon. I remember we had a kid in DC, he was like black, dude. And he was like drawing all his family with the black crayon, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. But then I hold up my family photo that I drew, and everyone looks like the damn Simpsons. They're like, who's that? I'm like, that's my dad. And they're like, yeah. just yellow. You know, so then you had the skin tone pack. When that dropped, everyone went nuts because they had something from the albino kid all the way to the blackest kid in the school. So they had like, you know, tan, beige, all these colors, right? But apparently now the skin tone pack is racist. So Crayola changed it to multicultural, which I feel is even more offensive because the skin tone pack, it's not like they were labeling the crayon. You know, it said like burnt sienna or, you know, golden beige. You know, it was like a variation of a color. It didn't say Puerto Rican crayon. You know, no one was like, hey, pass me the Asian crayon. Which one? The one that's kind of yellow, but not really. It wasn't that, you know? It was just skin tone crayons. And you held it up to your arm and you go, yeah, that looks like me. And you drew with it. You know? And then if you were lighter, you took the brown crayon and you barely used it. Yeah. I don't know. I guess everyone's got to watch their ass. You know, they're like, whoa, skin tone. What year is this? Like, whoa, no. It's multicultural. And then what? Next year, when that's no longer woke, it's gonna have to be, yeah. What are they gonna have next? You know, ethnically ambiguous crayons. This crayon is for if you're Armenian and Polish. You're like, what? What are we even doing? So yeah, dude, happy to be here with you guys, man. Episode 16, we're going through it. I'm not restarting these episodes anymore. No more mistakes, no more restarts. But we're just going for it, man. We're not overthinking anything anymore, dude. That's always like the older I get, the more honest I am with myself. And it's just, you know, I come to the conclusion like I'm a thinker. And then sometimes when you think too much, I mean, that's definitely going to crush you. You know, sometimes you just got to jump, you know, and sometimes you can only jump when your back's up against the wall and then you figure a way around it. But if you know, I'm not saying don't think about stuff, but I'm definitely saying, you know, you're only here for a short time. So just make it happen. You know, that's kind of the message here is just go for it, bro. I mean, I got into comedy just by saying fuck it. You know, that kind of, I mean, it worked out. You know, I got where I needed to go, I should say. You know, whatever you want to do, dude, it's going to work out. It always does. If you want something bad enough, man, just pack your stuff and go. You know, it's nothing for me to pack up and go somewhere, you know, if there's an opportunity there. You know, I'm not just saying move to wherever just because you wanted to. You know, have some kind of plan, but act on it. Otherwise, you're just gonna, you know, sit in your own thoughts, and you're gonna ruin yourself. You know, I was overthinking this show. I'm like, oh, it's got to have this, it's got to have that. It's like, no, you know, I'm capable of, you know, going on stage. How come you can't figure this podcast shit out? You know, so now it's just letting it play. I do say, you know, a lot. I don't know if that's just because there's no one in front of me, but, you know, I do hear me saying that when I do listen to it back through editing. We got a great sketch coming out for you this week. I did like what it's like to use the bathroom on a plane, so that'll drop Friday. I have Gary Lelly, you know, my brother out in L.A., Mr. Queens himself. He will be on the show Friday for the bonus episode. You know, I'm doing Mondays and Fridays now. You know, the YouTube, I'm still slacking. I haven't put up episode 15, but I always got the audio version for you guys, and we'll get faster on the uploading. And that's it, man. I think we're gonna read some Florida news. We got some some funny ones this week. I think that'll be a new thing on the show. See, I don't know. I don't want to be segment guy that's like, whoa, coming up next. Pew, 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 pew. We got fucking whatever. I just want to be kind of loose on the show, but I do have some Florida man stories. We had a guy that shot a shark in Sarasota, and he's under investigation. So here we go. We got the interview with some of the, some people they interviewed about the story. Like, hey, what do you think about a man shooting a shark? That's what here we go. See if I pull it up. Is it playing?
FWC says they're investigating the incident. They say it's illegal and a second-degree misdemeanor to shoot marine life in state waters.
To me, that's not fishing. I mean, if you're going to keep the fish, okay, but don't shoot it.
But it's unclear where this took place. 9
This is
miles
unreal.
offshore, those waters fall under federal jurisdiction. Those I spoke with who know him say Captain Buddy spends most of his time fishing far offshore. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says it is legal to shoot
trying
a
to
shark
fish with a
once
pistol.
it's already been caught to bring it onto your boat.
Of course he's going out into deep
Just
waters.
remember,
You don't want anyone hearing this.
Is going to be judged on how he treats animals.
The video has been picked up by other accounts and now has nearly 130,000 views online.
I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, he's hauling up a shark into his boat. As far as the Florida man scale goes, I give that an 8. Guns and wildlife, that automatically puts you up the ranks. But to shoot a shark from your boat in deep waters, I mean, I'm not gonna say what's right and wrong. I'm feeling like if I'm a shark and you catch me and you're bringing me into your boat and I'm going to die anyway, maybe put a couple, in me, as brutal as that is. But damn, man, yeah. To shoot a shark off a boat, I'm going to give that an 8 on the Florida man scale. Next, we have Florida man sets hospital bed on fire to get nurses' attention. Well, you do have a call button, buddy. Let's see here. A Florida man who felt he wasn't getting enough attention set his hospital bed on fire, according to the New Smyrna Beach police. Authorities say John King admitted to setting a plastic bag on fire as he believed it would get the attention of the Advent Health New Smyrna Beach staff, who he felt was ignoring him when he requested they bring him his clothes. Well, here we go. His hospital roommate told authorities that he saw King. Oh, they have a spelling error. I'm not shitty at reading, guys. This is a huge spelling error. His hospital roommate told authorities. Okay, he saw King set an object on fire. Completely missing that part. However, he convinced him to put it out. When he returned to his bed, he saw King again lighting a fire. At this point, the roommate alerted staff using the emergency button in the room. Well, yeah, how come his roommate has the emergency? What? Okay, this is a huge error in this story. All right, so imagine being in the hospital and you're next to a guy who's lighting shit on fire because he can't get the attention. And then you go, hey, John. Hey, Mr. King, my roommate in my hospital bed. I have a call button over here. Is yours not working? I'll call them for you. But no, he couldn't tell him that. He just had to say, hey, stop lighting that fire, please. I mean, what's going through his head? Just hit the button for your roommate. I mean, shit. I need more details. What if I don't know. But I think the nurse, yeah, maybe he was like, you know what? She's never coming. Maybe he tried the button and he goes, you know what? If she's not going to come, I'm going to set this fucking sprinkler off in here. I can't judge. I don't blame him. I don't know his situation. Maybe he had enough. I think she was probably TikToking, with all her other nurses. Probably making COVID TikToks. Here we go. Someone left a comment. After dealing with the staff at some hospitals, I actually would like to hear how bad the care was before condemning him. And of course, this person wrote condemning. Before condemning. CONDIMMING. Wow. Wow. One Florida incident and one beautifully timed Florida comment. I want to see how bad the care was before I condemning him. I don't want to be condemning him without knowing the facts. But I'm with you, Jesse Gilchrist. I want to hear the facts too. Here you go. I was in great pain from time to time when I was in the hospital. Did they give him his meds correctly? Until then, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. See, that's someone you want on your jury. You know, they're illiterate. They can't really spell, but damn it, they want the evidence. They want the facts. Public education system in Florida is not really that good. Okay. And we got the final one here. This one's pretty wild here. Florida man charged with manslaughter after shooting and killing his twin brother, the police say. Now, when I read this headline, I was like, wow, this guy shot his brother. How could he? But scroll down on the story. 23-year-old man is facing a manslaughter charge after he shot and killed his twin brother on Sunday night. All right. According to the police, Mr. Freeman and his twin were sitting in a vehicle in front of their home. All right. So classic Florida move. You know, you can be in your house, but you'd rather sit outside in the car. You know, maybe their AC was broken. I'm not judging. This is Florida. You know, if you got AC in the Camry, you know, if you got AC in the Buick, who cares if you have a house, if there's no AC? You know, AC trumps everything down here. All right. And then he says, Thomas pulled the trigger and shot him in the face. Okay, this is a little brutal. Shot him in the face, police say, and he was mortally wounded. Yeah, I'd say. So he said that his brother was wearing a gun belt left over from his former security job. Okay, so he probably got kicked out of his security job, or he quit, and now he's just rocking the gun on the hip, going, yeah, I used to work security. This was it right here. I keep it on my hip. All right, and then they say the detectives say Thomas was not acting in self-defense. They say he told them that he was not in fear at the time and didn't believe his brother would shoot him, but he said he reacted automatically based on training. Didn't know why he did so. I'll tell you why he did so. If you have a twin brother and they're pointing a gun at you, there's got to be something going through your mind other than, you know, hey, man, can you not point the gun at me? He probably, one, reacted because of training, like the story says. But I think, dude, if you have someone who looks just like you pointing a gun at you, for a second, you know, I don't know if there was drugs or alcohol involved, but if I have someone who looks just like me pointing a gun at me, I'm going to think that they're a shape-shifting demon, and I'm probably going to take care of them too. Straight up, dude. A twin pointing a gun at you, that's like standing in a mirror, but there's not a mirror there. Wild, bro. And as far as a Florida story, I'm gonna have to give that a 7. But I think shooting a shark, and lighting your hospital bed on fire is a little more Florida than shooting your twin brother, because that's just like a common thing, you know. Not shooting your twin brother, but, you know, someone shooting someone in a car. That's just, you know, happens down here. So that'll be the 3 Florida stories. I'll try to do that every week. And then, like I said, we got the guest, Gary Lelly himself. He'll be coming on. And check him out. He just dropped a funny sketch about being the first Italian astronaut on the moon. And I got the pilot sketch dropping Friday. We'll have the bonus episode for you guys. Didn't get to a half hour this week, but, you know, that's why I'm doing 2 a week now. Like I said, until the show, you know, gets some kind of a rhythm. You know, the more comfortable I get behind this mic with no audience, we will have, you know, 2 episodes a week, random duration. And I'm going on stage again tonight. Got a little spot downtown Orlando, so that'll be cool. And hopefully I'll get some stand-up videos for you guys coming up. You know, all my stuff will be on Instagram, and then the YouTube. Appreciate you guys listening. And, thanks again for leaving the reviews. That helps. And, all the thumbs up on YouTube, man. It's cool to see people rocking, and it's cool to see people, reaching out from other countries and even other states. When you come into Ohio, when you come in here, hopefully eventually we'll put together the In the Hall tour. Bring some friends and we'll go there, man. But yeah, again, thanks for listening. This was episode 16, and we'll see you guys next time.